and Louise, I invite you in.
Thank you, Harry. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good. So hi, everybody. I'm Secretary of Bigbury Zero, very new climate change group. And we organised an assembly on the beach in line with the Global Day for Climate Justice, which actually turned out to be very successful for a number of reasons. We were surprised at how many volunteers we got. We didn't have any funding for this at all. A local farmer wrote SOS COP26 on the beach. We had 3 choirs practice and performed with the assembled people on the beach. Oh, what a wonderful world. I'll sing it for you if you like, because I was in the choir too. Conductors, we had retired police locally who were marshals. We had a lot of support from South Hams District Council, Devon Communities Together, social media in promoting it. There were about 500 people came. We had the British divers Sea Mammal Rescue Service brought their inflatable mammals, and it was a very visual message to COP26, which this was the middle week of COP26, and we had a lot of publicity as well, more post the event than before the event. So the previous speaker said that perhaps better promotion would have been helpful. We had a lot of promotion via social media, and hence the 500 people who came. And we had a drone that took videos and whatever. But that networking is vital, really. And although we are Bigbury Net Zero, going back to what an earlier speaker said, we did have people from all over South Hams participating in this event. So, you know, I think if more parish councils worked together, if more community groups work together through organisations such as Sustainable South Hams, then I think this sort of anxiety about not having enough people coming to an event, there might be better promotion, better networking, and better messaging to our government and relevant councils that actually climate change is a big issue and we need the support of parish councils. So yes, Harry, could we go on to the next slide? Carbon footprint is actually an essential starting point. So at our event, the main outcome that we hoped to achieve was that people would realise that there are opportunities to measure their own carbon footprint. So if you go on to the South Hams District Council Climate Emergency and Biodiversity Emergency website, you'll see both the parish carbon footprint and the ward carbon footprint there. Actually, I think I'm wrong. You can only see the parish carbon footprint and you'll see the personal carbon footprint calculator there. But those are good starting points because, Harry, if you go to the next slide, you'll see I've put in here Bigbury's carbon footprint. And the next slide coming up, the ward carbon footprint. You don't know where Bigbury it is, but it's to the left of the Kingsbridge blue bit. And we're actually a D-. Well, I don't know any parishes or wards who like to be awarded something as derogatory as a D-, but that's actually pretty bad. And there are lots of reasons for it. One is that we are actually a rural community and a lot of our demographics are including a lot of older people. That makes a difference. But you can see there Kingsbridge and Plymouth areas, you know, they've got better transport options, newer housing stock, whatever. So there's a lot of information available. And Bigbury Net Zero at this beach assembly, that was our main platform. We want more people to be measuring their carbon footprint individually at parish level and at ward level, really to make sense of the climate emergency that has been declared by all the district councils in Devon and by the Devon County Council. So I think that's a great thing. Bigbury Net Zero at the moment is meeting up, well, actually it's me. I go and sit in the Venus Cafe at Bigbury-on-Sea every Tuesday between 11 AM and midday, really, because so that people can at least come and get rid of their angst about climate change by asking me difficult questions. I'm actually going to move that to a Saturday because I think more people will be able to attend. But, you know, I think there's nothing wrong. There was an earlier speaker that said, don't be too ambitious. And I would be completely the opposite of that. I would say be as ambitious as hell, because that's where we're going, into a really bad disaster. It is an emergency. If it's not possible to be ambitious, then use a group like Sustainable South Hams, or form a network with other parishes or climate change groups. And parish councils can do a lot to encourage more climate change groups. And the Carbon Savvy network, which is a South Hams District Council supported entity, they can help as well with carbon ambassador training. So if you don't know much about it, that's where you need to go for advice, is Carbon Savvy. Go on their carbon ambassadors course. We are ambitious, and actually, if you stick your head up above the parapet and ask businesses to help, ask the right businesses to help, they will. Burr Island Hotel is hosting a very important climate and biodiversity conference on Burr Island. They're sponsoring it on Tuesday, the 22nd of February. We use a lot of social media sort of networking. We formed a few WhatsApp groups on various climate and biodiversity issues. And yeah, we've set up a website. We have been lucky enough to have the support of Sustainable South Hams network and the South Hams and District Council Climate and Biodiversity, and also Devon Communities Together. They're all ways to disseminate information, and we should take advantage of that, and we're most grateful for it. I think that I'm optimistic about the future. I think we will be able to do something, and I'm going to keep going. I'd urge you to do the same.
Thanks, Louise.
Thank you, Harry.
Perfect. Just a couple other points you shared with me before.
Yes, that's right.
I'm gonna just say we'll share these slides afterwards. I'm sorry to.
That's quite all right, and I think it is important that parish councils have a look at this publication, Ways to Tackle Climate Change. It's actually written for parish and town councils, and a lot of neighbourhood plans also don't even mention climate change. They should, in my view. And there's a lot more that you could do. Keep going.